What's going on, guys? Today, chest, shoulders, and triceps. So we are going to start it off 3 plates. I already warmed up on this machine for quite a while. And yeah, I'm not sure how many reps I get here. But it's heavy. Heavy for me. Heavy enough. I got one of my buddies, man, he throws 4 plates and he's like repping it out. It's crazy, so strong in the chest. I still get a lot of like shoulder activation. Doing it a little different there, going straight into the training, and then at the end I was just gonna come home and talk a little bit, and that's that. So these long videos, I just cut like everything out but the set and just kind of talk through it. So I turned the volume down a little bit on the gym. This is my first time watching it, actually, so I'm just going to talk to you. But I turned the volume down a little bit on the gym so we didn't hear everybody's conversations. But yeah, this is second set. I think I got like 7. I don't know. I always lose count. I don't even count, really. I need to start counting more. Got my mind on other stuff when I'm pushing that weight. But then I drop it down, take 1 plate off each side. And in between, I'm taking like a pretty good break. And I'm getting better at that. Like 3 minutes to 4 minutes. Maybe one of them I was like 5 minutes. I was kind of playing around with my phone, editing, cutting some of these videos down. So it'd be quicker when I got home to make a video. And that really helped me out. So I bet I took 5 minutes between them. And I was just a lot more energy. I'm trying to stay away from getting fatigued and putting all my effort into growing actual muscle and pushing some weight. You guys know I usually start out heavy like this. And then I do it like a drop set or something. Or, like that. I took one plate off each side. This is the machine. I've used it. I love the way it feels. It's a simple machine, a press machine, and it's like, I don't know, it feels good. When I first start out here, I'm like, so you can adjust that. A lot of people go up to it and they don't realize you can adjust it. I went ahead and went with it because it's my first set, and but I'm going to adjust it where my arms actually, my elbows go back further and really get some a little more stretch on that chest. Yeah, I went probably a little too heavy to start off with, but whatever. I don't care. Yeah. I'm gonna lighten it up here. I don't know, I just kind of mess around with this and kind of like finishing off pretty quick on chest. I bounced from this to some stabilization movements on the dumbbells to help me with my old injury on my shoulder. But yeah, it's a pretty good machine. I don't know, what do you guys like doing for chest? I definitely don't do flat bench heavy anymore. That's for sure. That's what jacked my shoulder up. But yeah, it's like getting an injury, man. It's like, it sucks. It's so, especially for people that are really into the gym. And the injury always comes when you're in it deep, when you're just feeling it, man. Everything's just clicking, and then bam. So like I've tried to learn the hard way, like, remember, warm up, elbows in, on certain presses, and really I warm up the rear delt and shoulders quite a bit before I press heavy. But yeah, I messed around with this machine for a while. Don't really have a plan when I walked up to it. Like I just threw like, I think I put it on the 170, pressed it until failure, dropped it down, went to failure, took like a 3-minute break, 4-minute break, did it again, went to failure. I just kept it, maybe like a 150. But I'm so, that muscle, I can tell I'm at that 70% or less there. That means, if you get a 10 reps and then in the next one you get 8, the next one you get 6, you're done. That muscle's shot. So move on to the next exercise. Yeah, I learned this off of Chris Bumstead. What is he, 6-time Olympian? But he's been doing this in his home or in his garage gym or whatever. And yeah, you kind of got some separation in between the hands and straight up and down. I've done it before where I smash them together, try to get that center part of the chest. You do get like, some triceps, of course, any pushing movement, and you're going to get some shoulders. But it's crazy. Those are 50s. That's not very heavy. And yeah, you start going in like rep 10 or whatever. You're like, holy crap, they become very heavy. So I'm going to keep this in my chest day for the next few months. I'm not going to start with it because I don't want to get like, too weak to go into my. I like starting with a heavy set, a heavy set for me. But at the end, I'm going to throw this in. So yeah, I like it a lot. It's kind of like, it's not exciting. Like this movement's not too exciting, but you got to do it, guys. You can't just do like cool shit all the time. So I'm filming in here. There's only like a few people in the gym. So I was like strategically planning. I was like, okay, so if I go in the gym about 11:30, that'd be about perfect. I was in the gym for maybe like 2 hours, hour and a half though, like lifting and stuff and adjusting the camera and stuff. The camera videotaping really freaking helps. Okay, so we're on rear delts now. Straight into it. Always try to, and you should do this, hit your rear delts first. Everybody lacks on rear delts. If you don't think you do, you do. I mean, that's what stops injuries, caps that shoulder. And the whole point, we want to not ignore I call it boring workouts, which is the shoulder, because the shoulder makes you look so big if you can get that V taper. You can keep a thin waist. I've seen dudes like 160 pounds. Like, remember Brad Pitt, during Fight Club? He was like 154, 155 in that. Shredded down. He just had like decent shoulders and just a thin waist and just jacked, man. That's that look that I want to do, but I want to do it at 6'1", 43 years old. So here we go, trying. Yeah. I'll let this play out for a little bit. Let you guys watch this. I think we're about midway through. Yeah, as you guys see again, always going to failure. Different opinions on that. That's the way I like to lift. It makes sense to me. Now, true failure would be, to me, assisted reps. I had this conversation with my trainer. But yeah, because, and another thing, you can go to failure mentally and not really be to failure. So when you're doing this, truly go to failure. When you don't think you have nothing in the tank, try to get a partial. Try to get, a little bit more. So I would say, yeah, all my stuff is very close to failure. Some is truly to failure. But again, true failure would be going 100% with assisted reps, which tomorrow you'll see on leg day. That is true failure and hell. Yeah, I love this tricep pull down with the rope. I use the longer rope here, set the bench up. You kind of got to play with it a little bit. Used to not be into this. I hated like getting the bench out and setting it up and all that. But yeah, it's kind of get clocked in the back of the head with those handles. And then keep going. I dropped it down maybe 30 pounds. Feels so light when you start on that drop set on that second set. It's like gets super heavy. It's crazy. I'm like lean back a little bit. I keep my legs kind of out of it. I'm trying to just all triceps. I'm trying to keep my elbows tight as I possibly can to my ribs. And then I'm trying to pull the rope apart, turn my wrist at the end. And now below me is the bench, and I use that bench to kind of like put my knees on a little bit, like lean on. Really helped me with the form here. I watched lifts with my buddy Dallas that from like 4 years ago over at Stay Fit, Stay Fit Fitness, whatever, over in Marion. And it was like a rope pull down like this, and I was going crazy on it. It was just new, and it's wild how like you evolve, and that's what it is. Just over and over reps, man. You got to do reps consistently. Just keep going in the gym, and I think you can watch all the videos and YouTube you want, but it just makes sense to you after a while, and it starts clicking. I'm not saying I'm perfect on any of my reps. I'm sloppy as shit on a lot of them, and a lot of times I'm tired and it gets sloppy. But yeah, it'll come to you. I'll be twice as good in a couple years, you just keep getting better. Never act like you know it all. There's dudes out there that do know it all though. And those would be like the Chris Bumstead. Watch him, man. His form's amazing. He's one of the best. And, watch the old school guys. Jay Cutler and Coleman. So yeah, this is in front of my knees right here. I got like I think 3 plates on or something like that. You don't have to go heavy at all. I'm at the max right here. So I do this. I think I go back. I'm going back rear delts and going back to shoulders, to side lateral raises and stuff with the cables, and just pumping as much blood as possible in there. But here's the thing with me. For some reason, I'm trying to go to my side, and that hand always goes out in front of me. So you'll see here in a bit, I throw the cable behind me, lighten up the weight more, and throw the cable behind me. I mean, you're getting side delt activation here, but you're getting some other stuff too. And you really want to isolate that. It's hard not to stare at the camera when it's right there. It's like a mirror so I can see my form. There's mirrors everywhere, but I'll look in the camera to check my form out and make sure it's right. I'm also leaning a little bit. You can see me leaning out. And then like I'll start the set and lean out more, trying to get that feel right in the shoulder. Shoulders, I mean, midway, they start burning. They start hurting. Your traps are going to come into play. Unless you're just a badass and you know how to isolate that shoulder better than me. If you do, come lift with me. It's $10 day pass at this gym. Come lift with me. Show me. I'll pay for it. I'm humble, man. Yeah, shoulders are like not the most exciting thing, but they got to be done. They're exciting when you take your shirt off and you got some big shoulders. I want some bowling balls, dude. Back to rear delts. I was just kind of like in my head, like, well, let's go back to rear delts. I love this pec deck. So, yeah. And it's cool too because I noticed a huge difference when I went back there. Like, I was like, really could feel it on that rear delt. The bigger the muscle gets too, the more connection you're going to get. Like, I'll have more connection in my muscles like 2 or 3 years from now. When my back gets bigger, I'll be able to feel that so much more because I can feel it way better than I can never feel my back training. I just was moving weight. And then slowly I was like, oh, okay, Same thing with rear delts, shoulders. Shoulders, side shoulder, working that side middle, I guess it'd be called middle shoulder. There's only isolation movements. I don't really agree with people that say, oh, you can hit it on certain compound movements. You're hitting the front delt a lot. And we get so much activation off the front delt from regular dumbbell presses and stuff. So you don't want to like overdo your front delts and it's always going beyond your chest. Build your chest. But like isolation movements is this. This is the middle delt isolation movement. So you throw that cable behind you. I'm trying to lean to the side, get more activation in the shoulder, and I'm getting really tired. So like now the fatigue is starting to kick in on these longer sessions on these isolation movements. So, and this is why I also go back and forth to try just keep it interesting. Triceps, rear delts, side delts, triceps, kind of. And sometimes you get into it, you start feeling that burn. You're like, F it, let's go. Let's go. One more. Push. Anytime I don't, like I go to the gym, if I ever do like 3/4, half acid, whatever, I feel like crap. I'm like, dude, you could have done better, man. Could have done better. I mean, you drive all the way to the gym if you drive a distance or just going to the gym. You prepare for it, you eat your meals. I think I had oatmeal. I ate another big rice meal with a burger in it, lean burger on my meal plan. I'll pop that up later. But, I made sure I had 200 plus carbs in me. And then when I get home, I'll eat another 200 carbs. But you do all that work, give it everything you got in there. You can't just show up to the gym. Say, I've been in the gym 3 or 4 times this week, and expect to grow. You really gotta trigger the muscle to grow. You gotta make the brain go, this muscle needs to get bigger because of what he's putting us through here. If not, it's just gonna stay the same. I've gone long times with staying the same. It like 6 months goes by and you're like, shit. And go look at your food. First, look at your nutrition. Are you eating enough? Then look at your training. Then look at your rest. And don't make an excuse. I work a swing shift. You got to make yourself right. You got to stay in bed. Adjust. Whatever you got to do, adjust where you can stay in bed longer. And I'm not talking 10 hours and stuff. I'm talking like if I can stay in bed 10 hours, I will. But I'm talking like on work days, long stretches, trying to get like 5-6 hours of sleep, like actual sleep. You might be laying in bed for 7. That means going home and shutting the phone off, getting to bed. All right, so I don't really know what happened here. I was just like, this is towards the end, and I was doing this. I just said something about front delts. Is hitting a lot of front delt. I'm just pumping blood. I like this movement, and that's why I'm doing it. And then I don't even know what you call it. I flip around, it goes shoulders, triceps, biceps. This is pretty cool. It's pumped it up for me. It's like, holy crap. Feeling good. A lot of energy. Huge difference from cutting to surplus. Not overly surplus. You go too high on your surplus, you're just going to be bogged out, man. I feel like a fat kid in there trying to move around. But I'll let this play out for a little bit. Yeah, this is pretty tight. I'm glad I did this at the end. You gotta make it fun. A lot of guys would say, you gotta stay on the same schedule, lift the same, you know. Nah, you guys do that. I like switching it up. I'll switch it. I'll do that if we ain't growing in about 3 months. I think we'll be all right. Keep tabs on my weight, where I'm at, how many reps, especially my bigger compound movements. All right, all right. I said let's do it again. So we're doing it again. Getting a zone. I've been going to this gym for a few years now. I love it. Like I said before, we're blessed to have this gym in this small town. That's what we do. Small town blue collar. Getting the real deal. Yeah, now we're on fire. Now we're on fire. All right, shout out also to Flex Fitness in Bucyrus, Ohio. They also own No Surrender gear. I just picked up a bag today, ordered a bag off of them and a couple containers. Carrying my liquids around the gym. Some badass stuff. You check their bags out. Get online, check their bags out. You guys are gonna be like, I've never had a nice bag. Always had like a $10 bag. My wife gave me the bag I use now, just the Under Armour bag. But I got a lot of stuff now I go to the gym with, so. Hey guys, what's up? I appreciate you watching. Subscribe and like. Support the channel if you can. I'm new to this, so I'm just doing my thing and just taking you guys with me. The camera doesn't really affect any of the training or anything I do. I actually get to talk to someone, you guys, so I'm not by myself. But yeah, that was a good training session we just had. Chest, shoulders, side delts mainly, rear delts, and the triceps. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, like, subscribe if you can. Tell your friend about it. Just trying to get as many subscribers as possible to support the channel. And hopefully you guys, if you guys have any advice, other stuff you want to watch or anything you want me to do, just let me know. Maybe we'll go bounce around a few different gyms. But anyways, feel great, feel healthy, feel full. Carbohydrates are definitely carbon. This is why you lean down before you go into a surplus. We're again 189.2. We're going to take it to 220. Right now, 3,751 calories, and that'd be 250 protein, 400 roughly carbohydrates, and 100 fats. So in a couple months, we might adjust that, critique that a little bit, go up maybe a few hundred calories, but very little. So right now, go to work at a steel mill, go to the gym, and I'm still in a surplus, so I'm growing. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed it.